Hey guys, so today I'm gonna do a house tour. I've kind of been saying I'd do this for ages, but initially I wanted to wait until the house was clean and probably like as presentable as possible. And it's essentially that today, because I realized if I wait for it to be perfectly pristine clean, it'll be for like 2 seconds and then we'll never get that again. So I just thought I'd show you as it is. So I'm on the deck at the moment. This is the yard, so you come down here to go to the car, then you come up along these, up the stairs to where I am right now. So if we go outside, what you will see is, let me show you. So as we come around, and a whole deck wraps around, and then it goes up here, across. We have another little random room downstairs. It's like a little office, and that's where the cars are. So the deck wraps around this whole sort of like living dining room. And as you come inside, you will see we've got this little sitting area, another sitting area. We are getting our Christmas tree back that's going to go right there. And then this is just our dining room. These are all my recent op shop finds. This beautiful painting, which is huge. I don't know if you can tell how big it is. It's just so pretty. This old speaker and these two little frames and stuff. And then so here's that room and its beautiful roof. And then essentially this half of the house, well, it's not even half the house, that's Paris's room, and then her bathroom goes behind the kitchen. That's the kitchen. And then my room is in here, which I'll take you to. So that's Paris's room. As you can see, here is the kitchen. And then now this end of the house, we come into my bedroom with my strip of Christmas. My actually pretty organized looking wardrobe, bookshelf, and then straight out of my room you can go onto the deck as I showed you before. Then you come into the little sitting room. From here we have the office, which is kind of just storage at the moment. We have a spare bedroom, and then in here is my bathroom, which is in darkness. And so, once we go out here, we've come full circle. So that is our house. That's literally it. Like, it's not very big, but it's so cute and just so different. I really love it. I'm trying to think if, I feel like I'm forgetting to show, oh, actually I'm forgetting to really focus on. Check that mountain view. How beautiful is that? That's what makes it like a proper treehouse. I suppose you could call it a hobby. It's also just like a good skill, but I feel like I take it to another level. It's essentially organizing. I'm going to say it really basic first, but the way I do it is probably a little bit different. Now, if you guys have heard of bullet journaling before, you'll be really familiar with this. If you haven't, I don't actually know if I technically call it bullet journaling, because the actual basis of bullet journaling is very scientific. Well, it's like a specific formula, whereas this is more just fun. So to start with, this is my bullet journal, and this is essentially how I'm organizing Christmas and a trip to Japan and working over the holidays, just everything. Like, so many different things all in one, all in this one magical journal. Diary maybe is a better word for it, because it's kind of like a diary. So this book I bought from Berkelo books actually, because on the inside, as you will see, it's all grid. So it's just a plain grid book, but what you do with it, the whole point of bullet journaling is you start with a table of contents, as you can see, and essentially what you do from here is you just plan things out. And the best thing about this is it's so customizable. That is not a word. I thought I'd nailed it. Custom. Maybe just custom. You can customize it. Let's just say that. Because it's blank, so you've got to draw all your pages, but you can do it however you want. So for example, when I was at work Thursday, Friday this week, I had my days Thursday, Friday planned out. But obviously Saturday, Sunday, I know I have things on, but I don't actually have like tasks to log and check off. So I just do like half pages each for that, just so I can see what's on, but I don't actually need the space to add things to do. Some days if I'm at home, I'll give myself a full thing because I can add like, do a load of washing, do dishes, whatever it is. But I have loads of different pages. So let me start from the start. Well, I can't show you that one technically. We start at Christmas, and the pages after this tell you what I'm getting my family for Christmas. So I can't show you that. But these are to do this week. This was a while ago. This is when I'm at work and I've got everything to do. And then these are videos to make. And probably not necessarily like a checklist, but it's more of like a way to plan what it is I want to do and when I'm going to sort of time them for. And then you just do whatever you want. So this is where I've started to plan Japan. Well, I'm well and truly into it by now. I have all of our accommodation, as you can see. 3 are booked and paid because they're Airbnbs. The other ones are booking.com, so it will pay when we get there or before we go. I have this one for our car hire. This is for our flights, like all the details on that. And then what I've started to do is map it day by day. And this, really all I've put in these ones is like the essential things I need to know for these days. Like some of these days just say ski because we're literally at a mountain and we're there to ski. So I don't need to plan anything, but then other ones are like, have to be at our Airbnb by this time. So it's not really exact planning, but it's the type of stuff that's never going to stay in my head. So I have to write it down somewhere. So I have all of Japan. And then from there, what I start to do is do specific pages for each place. Now, I'm usually a bit of a perfectionist, and like my pages are usually a little bit more detailed than this, but I got in this frenzy where I realized I had so much stuff to plan and I didn't have time. Like I needed the structure and I didn't have time to make everything perfect and pretty. So I've loved going back and doing that now, but now I've got Nagano, all the things we can do there, Mount Fuji, Kyoto, Tokyo, Osaka. This one is for like online orders. So I wrote what I ordered and then when it arrived and when it was delivered. This is my month, which was looking actually quite boring at the moment. I don't even have a heading, but this is just from the 27th of November to the 24th of December because that is the busiest month at the moment. And I needed, even though I usually wouldn't do it, like I do it like a November monthly spread, a December monthly spread, I really needed the last week of November and I didn't really need the last week of December because I'll be away for that. So I just went, to avoid flicking back and forth through 2, I'm just going to do it like this. So it's worked really well. Different parts, I have a whole section for like notes on podcast series that I watch. That may or may not interest you. It's really like, it's totally up to you. Some of you may find if you're wanting to start a bullet journal, you're thinking, well, I'm never going to use like a whole page for each day, which you probably won't if you're not usually into that. So what I'd suggest is finding a way. Sometimes you can do over a double spread, you can do a whole week. So you map it like a weekly planner if you don't have enough on each day to remember to do, which is totally normal. And then you can literally just add in anything. You can add in like savings goals. I love having TV trackers. So you track like, what do you call it? TV show trackers. So when you're like binge watching something or you're watching something on DVD and I don't know if this is just me, but I can never remember what I'm up to. So I love to like have a little tracker that I color in every time I watch an episode. And then also if you finish like in a mid-season, it's always helpful to come back because I never remember what's going on. But coming into December, I've just been randomly, as you can see, randomly scrolling days and dates so I can put things in. So nothing is really particularly pretty yet, but I love it. And this is my favorite way to just organize things. I have meeting notes at the back of my journal just for work because I don't like there being random pages in the middle of it, but I like to take notes at the back if there's anything that's going on or anything I need to take notes on impromptuly, whatever that word is. Now the way that what I use for these are these wonderful pens. They're like $12 from Woolies, I think, and they're just the best ones. I cannot pronounce that word, but they're just the fine liners, and I think you can buy the black ones individually, but they're perfect because you can either just do all black if you want to, but then you can do colors, you can like do all your patterns and stuff, and really you just customize it to however much or little you want to do. So that is the way that I organize practically my life at the moment. It's really helpful because if I all of a sudden have a random thing that I have to like track, or you can do like fitness trackers, and you can write, if you had a spread, you could have on one page the routine, so just write it out, make it pretty and decorate it. Then on the other side, you just have a tracker where you track how often you've done that routine, whether it's weekly, whether it's daily. I like to put on the end of my daily logs as well, when I'm at work, how many cups of water I had, how many coffees I drank, little things like that. Like I sometimes even make note of my lunch because I have a number of these now and I can always go back to a day, and it's amazing the kind of, like, you don't think about it in the moment, but the detail that is later on. And it's really helpful. So I've been tracking like presents that I've bought that I need to buy, all those different things, and it's just so helpful. I feel like not enough people know about it to be able to do it. But you don't need a grid book. You can do it with either a blank one or a lined book. It's really up to you. The lined book I feel like tends to get in the way just because of the straight lines. Like it annoys me when I try to do certain things and then the lines are uneven. So I just choose to avoid it, and I'll either get blank or I'll get dots, but I'm really liking the dots because you can write straight in the dots. I'm not good at writing straight freehand. So you can essentially do that with any book. It's just up to you and how you want to do it. And I will leave a link below to a Pinterest board that I am literally on all the time for bullet journaling ideas. The Pinterest is like a magical world of just ideas, and I love it. But I'll leave the link so that if you're not sure yet, go check it out and just see. Like, you'd be surprised at how easy it is to draw things. I didn't think I was a drawer. I'm still not a drawer, I don't think. But I can decorate my bullet journal pretty well now because it's so simple. So I will leave that. But make sure you let me know what you thought of this video. Let me know if you do already have a bullet journal because I would seriously love some inspiration. I have so many pages and not enough ideas at the moment, but I have some random spare time to fill them in. So please let me know. Bye.